Hello, everybody. Welcome to Broadway.com's Live at 5. It is October 10th. That's 10/10. And I'm Beth Stevens.
10/10 wins. I'm Paul Wontorek.
Okay. And we're here with content producer Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
I went into my 10/10 wins voice for a second. We have a really fun guest here today from Wicked because it is Wicked
Oh
Month.
my God, Kevin! Is it Wicked Month? Kevin
is.
Chamberlin is here.
Woo-hoo! Very
The
excited
wizard.
to talk to the wizard.
But actually, Beth and I, when we first started Broadway.com, he was Horton.
He was.
in
We go way
Sissequel.
back
with
with
we
Mr.
go back.
Chamberlain.
We go back.
We go back. But first, before we talk to Kevin, we are going to do our top 5.
This full casting list is too darn hot.
She's speaking of Kiss Me Kate, which
Obviously.
of course is the hot spring musical revival Roundabout is doing. And we already knew that Kelly O'Hara and Will Chase, who did the benefit
concert.
version of this musical, will be reprising their roles. This is at 54, Studio 54. I almost said 54 below. That would have been a really scaled down.
Small.
Really
Like a John
small.
Doyle scaled. It's not that. It's actually a big fancy Scott Ellis
Extravaganza.
extravaganza. Thank you. And today we found out Corbin Bleu,
Bleu.
who of course starred in Holiday Inn for Roundabout.
Previous Broadway.com
in
blogger.
Thank you. We always have to say that. In that
Blue
very
skies.
same theater, we'll be playing Bill Calhoun and Stephanie Styles, who we've been will be playing Lois Lane.
Lane.
Yes.
It's not Superman, but that's the character
No.
name.
Yes.
Those are two great roles. And Stephanie Styles, I've been kind of waiting for her
It's a big dancey role.
She did that Roman Holiday musical.
Yeah, she's
And then she was
Newsies.
supposed to be Flemshin in Grand Hotel, and I've been waiting. She wasn't, and now I'm dying to see it. Anyway, I'm excited. Also, Terrence Archie, Mel Johnson Jr., Adrian Walker, John Pankow, who's very funny, and Lance Cody Williams will all be in the show. And also, we found out that Amanda Green will be contributing new material to the book to update the production for current times.
Whatever that means. I'm
So
very curious.
Maybe time's up on the original book by Sam and Bella
Spiewak.
Spiewak. Thank you. Spiewak.
You're welcome.
Spiewak.
Anyway, this all starts on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2019.
And this movie casting has us feeling like we just won the lottery for $96,000.
Interesting.
you.
We are talking
I tried.
about In the Heights, the movie, which we've been waiting for a very long time. Listen to this amazing casting. Anthony Ramos,
Now, who's in A Star is Born?
who's in A Star is Born,
Yes,
but we know him from Hamilton,
right.
is going to play Usnavi.
Which I saw him do a
That's
Usnavi
correct, because
at
he
the
did
Kennedy
the-
Center,
he
and
did
he was
it.
fantastic. And I said they should bring it to Broadway with you as Usnavi. But you know what? A movie, sure.
They
do the
were just
movie.
thinking really big. This is, of course, Lin-Manuel Miranda and Chiara Alegria Hudes, 2 Pulitzer Prize winners right there. Ramos, of course, played John Lawrence and Philip Hamilton in the original cast of Hamilton on Broadway. And John M. Chu is directing. It has a scheduled release date. Can you believe that?
No, I didn't know.
June
Yeah.
26th, 2020.
So we got
I don't
a
know if I'm
while.
still going to be alive, but yes, feels really far away. But yes, it is coming.
That's
It's a
amazing.
real thing.
That's amazing. It's
Yeah.
a big Hollywood. He's having a big Hollywood moment currently as Lady Gaga's BFF gay friend.
Okay.
I'd throw that
Thank
in.
you.
Lady Gaga added a lot of LGBTQ-ness.
She likes to
Star
do
is Born
that.
has always had that, but now there's drag queens. It's fabulous. Anyway, I'm very excited for this.
Me too.
Okay.
Super excited. And we found out who's bringing The Rock to the West End.
Yes, I knew this. Rachel Tucker.
Rachel
When she was
Tucker.
here, she kind of whispered it.
Another
Rachel
Wicked
Tucker
alum.
is playing Beverly Bass, Annette, and others. I love that because I always forget that Jen Colella plays Annette and others in Come From Away, which means she will sing that amazing song about the sky and the flying and being. It's
Right.
a great
Sky
song.
and the Flying. Mhm.
Also in the London cast, Jenna Boyd, Nathaniel Campbell, am I doing it all? Clive Carter, Mary Morrison, Emma Salvo, David Shannon, and Kat Simmons. Oh, I'm sorry. Mary Doherty, Peter.
A lot of people.
I skipped a line. Helen Hobson.
Okay.
She's fantastic. Jonathan Andrew Hume, Harry Morrison, Emily Salvo, David Shannon, and Kat Simmons. I'm sorry I screwed up the names.
When
It's
is
at the
it coming?
Phoenix Theater. It starts January 30th, 2019. And of course, Christopher Ashley, who won a Tony
Yes, he
Award
did.
for directing the show on Broadway, will be doing it again in London. And maybe he'll win an Olivier.
You never know.
And this Tony winner is releasing a Broadway album, and I'm already crying over it.
Everybody likes to cry
So
because
good.
everybody loves Heather Headley's voice. Heather Headley, of course, she's a Tony winner, will release a new album called Broadway My Way. She's going to do it her way this fall. She's going on a concert tour first, though. So
Yes.
she's playing Philly's Kimmel Center on October 12th. That's just in 2 days. And Brooklyn's King's Theater on November 1st.
I'm going to see that.
You're going.
Yeah, I'm
That's the
excited.
important thing is Paul Wintork will be in the house.
Brooklyn. I'll be in Brooklyn.
And Boston's Emerson Colonial Theater on November 3rd. So listen to these are some of the songs that
Okay. I
Miss
heard
Headley
one of
will
them
sing.
today because it's Wicked Month.
It is. It's
And
Wicked Month.
and she sings for good.
She
which
sings
is
for good,
by herself.
not a duet
She's
this
awful about
time.
Anne
Just
Glinda.
she can do it all. She can do it all. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, classic tune. All the Man That I Need, and She Used to Be Mine.
Oh, man.
Oh. Anyway, you can listen to a cover of For Good on Broadway.com.
And Broadway.com has officially gotten a little bit more sparkly.
Hey Beth, did you know it's Wicked Month?
I've heard that today. Every month feels
It's
like
all
Wicked
Wicked
Month.
all the time here at Broadway.com.
That's
It
true.
truly
Love
is.
Wicked.
But of course, the 15th anniversary is coming up
On
the
October
30th.
30th.
Beth and I were there 15 years ago.
We
Tavern
were.
on the Green. Amanda Jane Cooper, the show's fabulous Galinda.
You love to call her Galinda.
Her new vlog starts today.
It just launched.
Just launched. It's a day late. But don't ask. It's called A Little Sparkle. And
she blows
will
glitter at
take
you, so-
audiences behind the scenes. Maybe you'll meet people like Kevin Chamberlin every Tuesday on Broadway.com. But you know what? You don't. I mean, you should watch the vlog, but you don't have to watch the vlog to meet Kevin Chamberlin
That's correct.
because he's here.
Love it.
So let's get to him.
Let's get to him. Caitlin, tell us about Mr. Chamberlain. Paul, thank you for your service.
Of course, guys, we have Kevin Chamberlin in the studio with us today. He's currently back on Broadway in Wicked because it's Wicked Month. He made his Broadway debut in My Favorite Year and has since been in some of the biggest shows. And he has earned 3 Tony nominations for his work in Dirty Blonde, Seussical, and The Addams Family, plus tons of other awesome stuff. He was most recently on Broadway in Disaster. You may also know him from his screen work. He was in Jessie, State of Mind, Heroes, and a lot more. He's done so much stuff, and he's here to talk to us all about it. Be sure to follow him on Twitter at Kevin Chamberlin, one word, and on Instagram at Chamberlain.Kevin. 2 different names. Follow him on both. Leave all of your questions in the comments down below, and please welcome Beth and Kevin.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Hey.
Kevin. Thanks for coming in.
I'm on live at 5.
I love when you sing. Keep going. Keep going. So last time you were here. Oh, I love it.
I feel alive.
Ooh.
On live at 5.
I love
This
it.
should
We
be
have
our
a
new
new
theme song.
You're hired.
I'll write it.
You're
I'll
hired.
write it.
Last time you were here, you're standing in front of a
A
cardboard
piece of blue
piece.
paper, yeah.
Something like that. But now
On an
we
IKEA
upgraded.
bar stool, I think it was.
IKEA bar stool. We've known you for a
I
long
know
time.
that drag queen. IKEA bar stool.
IKEA bar. That's a really good name.
It is. It's a really good one.
Oh my gosh. So Kevin, we go way back.
did.
But now you're at the Wicked.
The very beginnings of Broadway.com.
The very beginnings of Broadway.
Were you always in the Brill Building?
No. We moved around quite. We used to be downtown back then in the old days.
Oh, right.
in the
right.
Seussical days.
It's so exciting to walk in after seeing Beautiful and to walk into the Brill Building.
It's a pretty special
kind
building.
of-
It's got that beautiful Art Deco front. Landmark building.
and
really.
amazing elevators. The front. if-
Gold.
Just walk into the lobby and see the elevators. They're
It's cool here.
incredible.
But more importantly.
More importantly, me.
Yes, more importantly you. Obviously.
Wicked.
Well, you know what? I was refreshing my memory of the last time you came on Live at 5, which was during Disaster. It was at the tail end of Disaster. And you said at the very end, that day was the day that Kristen and Adina's Out of Oz thing
Oh,
came
right,
out.
yeah.
And you said, I bet I could play the wizard.
Yes, and in fact, a couple of weeks later, I sat next to Mark Platt
Oh, that
down at
was
54 Below.
where you weren't stalking Mark Platt,
no,
producer
well-
of Wicked.
Well, it was a Bear concert.
okay.
Not BEAR. It was BARE.
I knew what you meant, but okay.
And I was sitting with him in one of those banquettes, and all these young kids started coming up and asking if they could take a picture with me
Because of Jessie.
And he was like, "What are all these?
Who are
kids?
you now?
Yeah,
What's
what?"
going on?
And strangely enough, we were talking about because I had worked with Ben when he was 10 years old out in LA in a production of Merrily We Roll Along. Wow. And I knew then and there. He was.
go back with the Platt
he was
family.
I know. He was a font of information. I would test him. I'd be like, "Who won the lighting design Tony in 1962?" And he could tell you.
Wow. That's the
It was
devotion of a
amazing.
young child.
But Mark, I said to Mark, I was like, "Hey, I'm like big with the kids now. You should bring me in for the Wizard." And he goes, "I'm going to work on that." And
And he did.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
here you are.
And Mantell is an old friend of mine. So.
Sure. Well, you did the Ritz together on Broadway.
Yep, we did the Ritz, and we've known each other for many, many years. A lot of the North Carolina School of the Arts people we all sort of came up in New York in the 80s. And
That's amazing. So
yeah.
here you are.
here I am on the Broadway.
On
This
the
is
Broadway.
my 10th Broadway show. Can you
That's
believe it?
amazing.
I know, it makes me
That's
feel, I've been
amazing.
in the business now 20, a quarter of a century.
And yet, you're
Where's the
only, it's
champagne?
weird because you're only 27.
Surprise.
So
I
that's
know,
super
I
weird.
started as a young child. I was in Joe Egg.
So you started with My Favorite Year.
Yes, which that chorus, my gosh.
Who else was
It
in
was
that
Michael McGraw, Rob
Tony Ray.
Ashford, Alan Maroka, who's he was on Sesame Street forever.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of great people. Mary Stout. But yeah, and now that show actually I think is primed for a revival,
I'm
or at
ready.
least an encores. Don't you
Welcome
think?
to my humble chapeau.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that show.
Yes.
And it's a great movie, too.
Now, there's a trivia thing. Lainey Kazan recreated the role she did in the movie. Has that ever been done?
Where they do the movie
Broadway.
and then do Broadway? Or do
Yeah.
Broadway?
Well, I just
Well-
Julie Andrews.
Sure, of
Rent.
course, Julie.
There you
Andrews.
go.
There you go. You get whatever you're going to say.
Rent, right?
Right.
They did
Rent. Oh yeah.
Oh, Rent.
Yeah,
Correct.
that was backwards.
Oh,
though.
it was
That
backwards.
was backwards.
That was
Okay, yeah.
backwards. But yeah, she was amazing. Lainey was incredible, and she plays my mother on Jessie.
That's amazing. So you
Yeah,
have all these
so
connections.
we do.
So are
We
you
have lots
back?
of
Are you an East
connections.
Coast person now?
I am. I
You
got
were,
an
you were over in
apartment.
California for a while.
Yeah, we're keeping our house. My husband is a television executive producer on a show called Siren on Freeform. It's about mermaids and scary mermaids.
Spooky.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's doing really well. It's in its second season.
But now you're back here.
And so we sort of float back and forth. We're living the bi-coastal lifestyle.
Bi-coastal dream.
It's pretty cool.
You have such a great cast at Wicked right now.
Oh my God!
A
It
lot of
really
my
is.
favorite munchkins and regular people.
Oh yeah.
Isabel Keating.
Isabel's-
You got Vosk over there.
And Isabel, I have been such a fan of for so long. I mean, her Judy Garland is
And The Boy from Oz.
just ridiculous.
It was
And
mesmerizing. And you've got Marty Moran.
I have so many friends going who hadn't seen the show since 2003. And they're like, I can't believe this is the same show. It's so tight.
Yeah.
It's so fresh. It's so spontaneous. And I think it's the best cast since the
Since the
opening.
original.
Yeah.
No offense to the other Wicked cast.
Except, although Jackie will always be my first Elphaba. I do love.
Jackie Burns.
I started in May with Jackie Burns, and I'm so excited that she's doing LA.
That's fun.
I adore her, but oh my God, Jessica Vosk is just a
Lungs of
powerhouse
steel.
as well.
Yes.
And it's hard to compare any of them. Everyone's so good. I don't know
Are
how
you
they
having
do it.
fun, like stepping into a show that's such a big blockbuster? Like
I've
that?
only done it one other time. I went into Chicago. I'm just
Another Joel
following
Grey
Joel
role.
Gray. Yeah,
Did you
following
grow
Joel
up
Grey.
thinking I'm a Joel Grey
Yeah,
type?
I'm waiting for that next cabaret revival.
Yeah. We're ready for
I
you to
can
do
the
that.
tassels and
Yes, glitter it up.
I have. It's interesting. It's an interesting problem going into a show that's been running. The first one being you're hoping that you'll fit in with the cast, and because everyone's pretty new and fresh, everyone's always having to fit in and be the new kid in town, and so they're incredibly welcoming and incredibly understanding of how difficult it is when you first come in. Luckily, I don't have that much to do. I'm only on stage for about 19 minutes.
Very important 19 minutes, though.
Very important.
The great thing about the Wizard is everyone talks about him for an hour and 15 minutes, and they sing the Wizard and and then I mean, but it is difficult. There's a big build-up, so
Yeah.
I got to deliver when I come in. And then I don't come on in the second act until the sentimental man. I mean the wonderful scene. So it's it's a lot of concentrated time, and when you're sitting around waiting to go on, sometimes that's
The anxiety of it all.
the anxiety, the frustration. So you have to keep in the show. I have to keep the monitor on and listen. And I'm always conscious asking the actors, "How's the audience tonight?"
Yeah,
And
getting the vibe.
yeah.
And you have another Disney star in your cast, Ryan McCartan.
Ryan,
You
who
have like
we-
a Disney
We shot
moment.
next door to each other.
Did you?
Yes, on the Hollywood Center stage's lot.
So do you share fans at all?
Oh yeah, yep.
I figured.
Yeah, because they were on at the same time, Liv and Maddie and Jesse.
That's
yeah,
fun.
it's really and so when he came in, it was very. I felt the same thing when I was passing on my torch to him as the new guy.
Yeah, you're like, I've been here for 5 months. You'll be all right. I'll give you some advice. We'll be
But
okay.
I saw the original back in 2003. I'm so shocked that this is running 15 years now. It is. It just
It's
still
grown and
feels-
evolved. It's really a different show than it was in 2003, in my opinion. It's just polished up.
It is.
And it was great back then. I'm not trying to say it wasn't. It was
Yeah.
just, I don't know. They've really
trimmed
figured
it
it
a
out.
bit. They've sped up things. They've cut things here and there. Just little snips along the year. And that's the joy of having a long running show is the creators can keep coming back and going, bing,
Just
bing,
tighten
bing.
up the, get
Because
a little loop
when
job.
you're when you're out of town, that panic of going into critics night, there's so much stuff. That
I
you
can't
go,
imagine you've ever had an experience
No,
like
I
that.
haven't.
No, Susical in Boston was totally smooth, right?
Yes, and that's I was just talking to one of your colleagues that the original chat rooms
Yes.
were created at the same time. Susical
Sort of the
was.
websites and Susical started around the same time,
Yep.
and there was a lot of discussion. And it's always been a gossipy industry, but then it was just out there for everybody.
Yeah, it was sort
And
of
you were right in the middle of it
unprecedented.
all.
We were. We were.
It was, but you are one of the few people who's been nominated in a lot of different categories.
I
For
have 3
Tonys.
out of the 4.
Not bad,
Yeah,
Mr. Chamberlain.
Isn't that crazy? I'm still waiting for
The replacement
what is
Tony.
it? Supporting in a play. That's what
I
no,
think we could-
lead in a play.
Lead in a play.
Right.
So you
Lead
had
in a
Dirty
play.
Blonde.
Dirty Blonde was supporting, although it was a lead.
I agree.
I don't
But the
know
whole
why.
cast was nominated for that.
Yeah.
All 3 of you.
And that was a wild opening night because our theater was right next to Sardi's,
Yes.
the Helen Hayes, and we had our opening night party in Sardi's, and the New York Times was a huge rave, and I stood on a chair in the middle of Sardi's and read the review to the room.
Valentine.
It was so cool.
And then the Tony nominations came out like the next day or something.
Yeah.
It was really fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
you
that show.
remember that?
I do because Dirty Blonde.
Yeah,
Claudia
Dirty Blonde
Schiffer.
was a great one. I'm
Amazing.
having drinks with her next week.
Oh,
Look
really?
at that.
Yes.
Where? What time? I'm available. Listen, I can talk to Kevin Chamberlain about the old days anytime, but I know you have questions.
Oh,
so,
yay,
Caitlin,
questions.
what are some questions
Wonderful.
from Kevin?
Yes. Oh, okay. So Nikki asks, what has been your favorite costume or prop in Wicked?
Oh, in Wicked, well, I fortunately and unfortunately wear one costume. So
But you have
fortunately,
a sweet top hat.
well,
Really good
I
top
mean,
hat.
I think it's like fake beaver skin or something. It's like it's really gorgeous, and there's a French, what do you call it? Not a milliner,
Milliner
for a hat,
makes
hat
hats. yes.
maker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Susan Hilferty, who also built my dress in Dirty Blonde,
Very
my
nice.
$5,000
Gown.
Mae West gown. There's a beautiful these 2 circles that the tie goes through in the collar. That's so unique. I've never seen it before. They're like metal holes that
Oh,
the tie
interesting.
goes through. The prop, I don't
Don't
really
spoil anything. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
I do love my green baby.
No,
But
we're
I
not going to talk
don't
about that.
hold
We're not going to talk about that. That's private information. Go see Wicked at the Gershwin Theater.
Go see Wicked.
Next question.
Next question is, okay, Bakersfield Youth Fine Arts Academy. I don't know if you have any ties to them, but they ask, what was your first theatrical experience on stage?
Oh, let's go back.
I was Huckleberry Finn in Tom Sawyer the musical. And
How old were you?
I was 9 down in Moorestown, New Jersey. And I forgot a prop, talking about props. I was supposed to bring out a dead cat,
Ooh.
and I forgot. And
So
I
did
will
you
never
mime
forget
a dead cat?
a prop. All of a sudden, he's like, hey, is that a dead cat in your hand? And I'm like, and then the cat is tossed.
If it had all gone well, you wouldn't remember it, so that's good.
That's right. And I did Smee and Peter Pan and Cowardly
Nice.
Lion and Wizard of Oz.
That's great.
I've come full circle. In fact,
Wizard
the
of Oz
director of that.
to Wicked.
Yeah. In
That's
fact, the
amazing.
director of that just came a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, he's in
That's
his 80s
awesome.
now, and yeah, that was 40 some years ago.
Amazing.
I love
Crazy.
that. We can do one more question. And Elise asks, what is your favorite scene to watch in the show? No spoilers.
Popular. I love Popular.
It's so
I
funny.
love watching Amanda she carves that out. She's so specific with all of her. It's a tour de force. It really is. It's really
There's
great.
a lot of leeway with the Glindas, I think, to be funny and have their own moments and make it their own, especially in popular.
Yes, and I also love to watch the flying scene from the side. It's wild to see it.
To
her
see
fly
defying
from the
gravity?
side. Yeah.
To see her defy the gravity.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really. It's fun
You're
to
a
listen
Wicked
to.
super fan, Kevin Chamberlin.
I am. Well, I know it now by heart because of listening on the monitor speaker. So I've actually
You should do a
enjoy
one-man
the-
Wicked concert.
I should.
I'd go.
I play piano. I could do
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
It's fun if you listen over and over to the score to hear the little secrets, the secret little Easter eggs they call
Yes.
it in the orchestrations. They're really
The little hat tips to
Yeah.
different shows and to the Wizard
and
of Oz.
that ba 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 are the first four notes of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Did you
Did you know that? Did you know that?
Did you know that?
Oh, that was so
Ladies and
lovely.
gentlemen at
He's
home?
like Wikipedia for Wicked.
I am. And another one I learned recently was Elphaba comes from L.
L.
Frank
Frank Baum.
Baum. I didn't know that.
I knew that one. That one I knew. But that's only because
Wicked facts
we've been
with
covering
Kevin
Wicked
Chamberlain.
for 15 years. So are you excited for the anniversary?
I'm so excited. I can't wait for the NBC October 30th, 10 o'clock, right? And
28th, actually.
NBC
29th.
29th.
The 29th.
29th.
Okay.
October
So
29th.
29th is a concert.
sorry.
30th is the anniversary. 31st
30th
is Halloween, where you can
right.
dress up as a Wicked character.
Yes.
Are you going to
And
go this year as Glinda or Elphaba?
I let the normal people
Oh, okay.
dress up on
All right.
Halloween because I dress up every
Yeah, you've
night.
got your top hat and your cravat and
Yeah.
your stuff.
It's the one night that the lay people can
The
act.
lay people. That's amazing. I love that. Well, Kevin, thanks for coming in.
Oh, it was a pleasure. I could talk to you all day.
I wish we had more time. Guys, I don't need to tell you to go see Wicked at the Gershwin Theater because you already have. But go back.
Yes.
Because it's turning 15.
It is. And
Well-
watch out for my top hat.
It's really something
It's
special.
my favorite prop.
Caitlin, take us out.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Jason Butler Harner of the new Bernhard Hamlet.